Hey everybody, Krista here, Small Yard Big Plants. Welcome to my backyard. Happy Saturday, happy day before Easter. My family is pretty tight with Jesus, so we celebrated Good Friday yesterday and are looking forward to Easter tomorrow. And we did kind of like a treat hunt inside with the kiddos this morning. It was super fun. And anyway, if you all celebrate, I hope that you're finding some ways to enjoy that this weekend too. And I figured today is too gorgeous to not be outside and say hi, Violet.
Hi.
I definitely need to water the plants in the greenhouse. They're looking a little sad, a little wilty. They just need some water and maybe some fertilizer. It's been a few weeks since I've done that. And then kind of walk through the garden and see what's popping up on this just glorious day to just hang out in the garden all day. Which is my favorite thing. I don't know about you, we love Disney movies, we love Moana, and it occurred to me the other day that like Moana, the sea calls to her, the garden calls to me. So anytime I can be out here and just be all day, doing the things, doing whatever, puttering around, I don't know, productive, not, it just like, it helps my soul. So I hope that you can resonate with that. And maybe you can find some time to go out to your garden, whatever that might look like in your home, or plot, or community garden, or whatever that looks like for you on your porch or wherever. Grow something. It is restorative. And yeah, so anyway, hang out with me today if you like. Like and subscribe. That's a thing, right? For my wildly inconsistent content. But anyway, I just love to share this with you. I hope it brings somebody some joy and inspire someone to get out in the garden, get their hands in the dirt. It's my favorite thing. So come along. Y'all, can you see this asparagus bed? It is taller than me. They are ferning out. I know it's a little bit tricky to see them in front of the fence there. We've got purple asparagus. We've got all kinds that are just marvelous. That one is like way up top, super high, really tall. I'll see if I can get a shot of me in comparison so you can see how much taller they are than I am. So let's see. I'm 5'1" and a half on a good day. Probably shrinking. But if you can see, this asparagus is like all the way up there. So what? Is that like 5, I don't know, 5'9"? 5'6"? I don't know, it's crazy. I'm so excited. Here are the peas, the sugar snap peas of multiple varieties that we sowed, I don't know, a month ago maybe? And maybe more than a month, but it's been cold and rainy. So I have them, they're going to grow up this willow teepee trellis, and I've got them around the whole base of it. So they'll grow up there all the way to the top, and we are so excited to eat them. I know Gloria is my oldest. These are her favorite thing to eat. Here's an update. A few weeks ago, we sowed some carrots. These are Shin Karuto carrots. Remember, I sowed kind of two rows right in here, and look, we've got seedlings. Obviously some of them are pretty densely sown, so when they get a bit bigger I'll have to come through and kind of weed out some, basically come through and pinch off the ones that are too close together so that the carrots can grow up. But hey, we've got germination. That's fantastic. Carrots can be finicky. And then right next to them we've got some rows of beets of different varieties. And it's always good to see little baby green seedlings popping up in your garden. That's awesome. Here's Violet. Today, as I mentioned, today is the day before Easter, so we did our little treat hunt this morning.
Yeah, we did. And I got this little guy in my in the big mystery egg.
It's a little cow.
Yeah, it is. It's adorable. I decided to call him Milky.
Milky.
It's adorable. Look at his little blushies.
He's got little blushy cheekers. He's so cute.
Yeah, he is.
Hope you guys are able to have fun this weekend too for Easter. Okay, so I think a few weeks ago I had shared maybe just on a regular like Instagram post that my plants that I was starting inside had outgrown my space because maybe perhaps I started them a touch too early, which is known to happen. So let's unzip it and see what it looks like. Okay, this is my little greenhouse and it is toasty in here. I unzipped them. I'm not gonna roll the sides up, but they've got like, it's got like these little window things. Oh, you can see my hubs over there with the bonsai. So cute. But there is some airflow in here. But yeah, so I've got all kinds of peppers and flowers. Maybe need to pot up peppers. Look at this. Look at this variegation. Isn't that so cool? Love it. Cool peppers. And then over here, tomato plants that are growing up. A little crunchy. Has not been my best tomato year, but that's okay. This fun thing, this is cucamelon, and it just wants to get in the ground, but it's not ready yet. Pineapple ground cherries down there. Of note, I did not harden these off before moving them outside like I should have, like a good gardener would if you start seeds inside. So, you know, sunburn's a thing, but they'll bounce back. It'll be fine. And then these are all eggplants in here, which I wanted to show y'all. Some of them is this amethyst eggplant in the back. It's got some, oops. Look at this, the spines on that. They're on the leaves too. I don't know if you can see those. They are a little bit intense. So I told the kids, like, definitely be careful. Don't touch that. Okay, I changed my mind. It is real hot in there. So I opened it up. You can let some airflow in and, you know, not have me sweating the whole time when I'm working in here. But yeah, so look at all these little plant babies. These were all just seeds. That is one struggling tomato. But the cool thing about it is that you can plant tomatoes deep. And so when I plant it, I will probably plant it up to around here. And you know, it'll just grow roots along the bottom. So I'm not too worried about it. Peppers, like I said, all kinds, flowers, just delightful things. And anyway, I gotta add some water, fertilizer today, and then maybe we will start some more seedlings of some florals, maybe some zinnias today. Definitely plant some sunflowers. I think it's warm enough to do that, so let's get to it. So I added some fertilizer into that blue water tub and just organic liquid fertilizer, and mixed just like a small amount. So I put those in the trays first, and I'm just going to add more water. Just as a gentle feeding for nutrition for the plants. It is sunny. It has been sunny for a few days, which is super glorious here in Oregon. But as such, I got to remember to water the beds. They don't dry out nearly as much as pops would, right? Because they have much higher volume. But it's still really important to give everything a really good drink. Some people have irrigation. I don't. It's definitely a more efficient system, but I kind of honestly, I enjoy hand watering because then I get to be in my garden more. I get to put eyes on things. I get to see how things are doing, if I need to come through and help things kind of, you know, tendril up or whatever. It gives me an opportunity to do that, and I really enjoy it. Also, if there's little seedlings popping up and you don't water them, they will shrivel up and die from the heat. So you definitely want to make sure that you're getting things watered. Thank you. That you're getting things watered appropriately. Some things are okay to overwater, like herbs and flowers and peas and things like that. If you're doing tomatoes and peppers, those are a bit more susceptible to, you know, organisms in the soil and things that might cause like problems, like blight and things like that. So you want to kind of underwater or water at the soil level instead of overwater, as much as you can help it, right? Sometimes it rains, and that's okay too.
Mommy, can I tell them what that thing does?
Yeah.
So basically, what my mom's doing is she's filling up just the top,
And then it drips down through.
It goes down to each thing, and it just like drips, and
all the way down.
So you don't have to individually do it. Some new strawberries. What are they called?
Tristan and something. You got to look on the tag. Oop.
Mommy.
Sorry.
So strawberry. Toscana.
Strawberry plant.
Toscana.
Toscana. Oh, another ladybug.
Yay, ladybug.
Ladybug?
Yeah.
Up here,
Hold
Bee.
on to that. Don't spill.
Right there.
I can't see.
They're all over the place.
I can't
So
Okay,
there's
I'm
some
gonna-
really
I'm
pretty
gonna
flowers.
turn.
I want to see the ladybug.
Oh, I don't know where it is.
And
There's another one right there. Isn't that so cute?
Ladybug?
No.
and then this
The
one
strawberry.
is called Strawberry Tristan. So they're another type of pink ones. Ooh, that's a pretty
I
one.
want to see the
There's a
ladybug.
pretty
I don't know where they are, baby.
Right here. That's really pretty.
Okay.
And I'm sure there's more ladybugs somewhere.
Yeah, go look around the garden for ladybugs, Violet. Oh, okay, so I watered in the beds. There's water in the bottom trays of all of the things in the greenhouse. So I thought that 'cause it's still really, really sunny and beautiful outside, I'm gonna start some plants. So I will show you what I've got going over here, and then we'll see if we can get them in the pot. So this is what I'm gonna start today. Some of these I'll put in my little 6-cell trays, and some of them I will plant directly in the ground, like the sunflowers. Look at that Goldie Honey Bear. Look at how cute that is. Earthwalker. Earthwalker is this one. It's like a multi-head. Up at the top, it'll be really pretty. For sunflower mixes, I like a lot of sunflowers that have like bold colors, so I thought this one would be really fun. It's got just lots of like reds and yellows and all kinds of different variation. I saw this, and I'm going to put these directly into the garden beds. It's called the Purple Emperor Nasturtium. I have not seen a purple nasturtium before, and I'm really, really, really excited to give these a try. And just, I mean, deeply veined petals, varying shades of purple, fade into lavender and dusty rose. Like, come on, that sounds amazing. So I'm going to do some of those. I am going to start. These you can totally direct sow, but I just really like starting seeds. It's fun for me. So I'm going to do some pink senorita zinnias, Benari's giant coral, some senora, which is also like a coral color, some of these cool like Redmond cactus, super cactus, which I thought had some kind of really funky bloom or petal types on there, which would be fun. And then I've got some from Park Seed, which is like Sahara Sunburst. We've got Zinderella Fizz. I love the Zinderella mix, and like the Queenie Lime mix is a really fun variegation, and a funfair mix. And then these from Annie's, Pompon, Cut and Come Again Zinnia, Queenie Zinnia mix, all kinds of fun ones. I figured we could start some in the greenhouse, and then we'll start some out in those gorgeous garden beds over there too. And then I saw this from Botanical Interest that I thought was so fun. I'm gonna do with the girls later. It's a mix, but it's in like a shaker, like a Parmesan cheese shaker. So I thought it'd be really fun if we just kind of ran and like shook it out all along the back fence there. Yeah, that sounded like a really fun mix to me. It's got lots of things pollinators love: sunflowers, borage, zinnia, cosmos, clover, milkweed, purple coneflower, marigolds. You know, you can read them. It's a long list of all kinds of wonderful things. And it should be really fun. I thought that was a super clever way to be able to plant a mix. Okay, so I've got my labels done. So I put them in. I'm going to do like 2 rows of each thing. I'm going to put some, I have some moistened soil. It's a little bit damp, but not super wet, not like sopping wet. This is just regular potting mix. If you wanted like supreme germination, you could use a seed starting mix. I typically do that for my peppers and my tomatoes and eggplant, just because they're a little bit finicky. But these ones, I'm just doing this for fun. So I'm just gonna use potting mix that has some nutrition in there already. And it's a black gold variety, so it's a pretty great, good mix to start with, just for general nutrition of the plants. So they should grow well. And you know, I might chaos scatter some seeds later, because that's what I like to do. And we'll definitely do that with the pollinator mix by the fence line too. So I want to take out my tags. I'm going to take my 6-pack here and just kind of put in all the soil. And I'm kind of pressing in. You don't want it super compacted, but you don't want any big bubbles either, like air bubbles, air pockets. Just kind of go around the top. Big stick? Take it out. Okay, so I'm going to come through. I'm gonna replace my labels here. So I've got Senor Zinnia times 2, Benary's Giant times 4. We're gonna do Redmond Cactus, Pink Senorita, 3 and 3. So it'll be like 3, 3. That's ones. I'm gonna do two cells of each one. So this is the Queenie Zinnia mix. Here's the Queen Lime. Let's see here. Queen Lime, Cinderella Fizz, Sahara Sunburst. And these are the mixes. So this is going to be the Queenie Zinnia mix, Zinnia Fun Fair mix, and the Pom Pom Cut and Come Again mix. So on your packets, it should have some general information. These ones particularly do, when you flip them over, it's going to tell you all the planting instructions and kind of seed depth and everything. Generally, you want to go, you know, twice as deep as the seed is like wide. These are like a quarter inch. So we're just going to make a little divot and put them in each one as we move forward here. So let's see, what do we got first? We've got Sunburst, Cinderella Fizz, Queenie Lime. There we go. Let's do like a little divot here. I'm just gonna put a couple on each spot. That's all we're gonna do, and the rest we can kind of scatter out into the garden later. thing about starting seeds really is that plants want to grow, seeds want to grow. I'm just giving them, you know, soil and light and water, and then they're doing the rest. And there's really not a whole lot else to it for most things, which I think is really encouraging. It doesn't have to be intimidating, it's just fun. And then you get to experience all the different varieties that nature has to offer. It's so cool. So yeah, just give it a try. If you haven't tried it yet, don't be scared to. I think if I can do it, anybody can do it, for sure. Okay. Pom-pom, cut and count again. Alright, and this is also a mix, so I'm going to try and do a couple little cells here. And then you're just pushing them in, covering up with soil. Those ones I'm going to add a little bit extra here. If there's any big, remember this is just regular potting mix, so if there's any big like chunks of like rock or sticks or something, I'm just taking them out so that they don't inhibit the little baby seedlings from popping up. Because they have some strength, but not, you know, tons. Yeah. Senora, look at that color. I'm so excited. The other cool, now what we want to do, we want to take these and we want to mist them. It's actually getting kind of hot out. I've sowed some zinnia seeds. I'm gonna go and push in some of those purple emperor nasturtiums and sunflower seeds around, and I think I'm gonna call it for a day and hang out with the kiddos and just enjoy coloring eggs and scattering seeds with that Parmesan shaker of seed mix from Botanical Interest, which is so cool. You can see Violet's in the background getting antsy pants to start sharing some seeds. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a great weekend. Take care, like and subscribe. Catch me next time.